In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain or shine. The smallest one was Madeline.
There comes the aeroplane from America.
The girls were excited. They all had goose pimples because their guest was the Hollywood star, Sugar Dimples.
Madeline! Danielle! Chloe! Oh, I'm here! I'm finally here! Wee! And what fun we have planned for me! Oh, may I please, Director Fleming?
Sugar has a costume fitting for her new movie, but it isn't till this afternoon.
They toured around Paris for over an hour. From the Champs-Élysées to the tall Eiffel Tower. But Sugar was acting a tiny bit sour.
Maybe she is hungry. Mais oui, Danielle. Lunch will make her more agreeable.
The food only deepened Sugar's discontent.
Hamburger.
Voila! My quiz de grenouille. The finest frog legs in Paris.
Frog legs? Yuck!
That girl is a savage. But this dog is a gourmet.
Forgive Sugar, monsieur. She just misses her home. Do you not remember how you felt on your trips abroad? How you missed Genevieve and the old house?
That gives me an idea. I know just how to cheer Sugar up. Qu'est-ce que c'est, Sugar? Are you homesick? Mommy was supposed to come with me. Then at the last minute, she had to go to London. I miss her so. I'm sorry. You've all been so nice to me. Here, no frogs in this chocolate eclair. I promise. It does taste good. But I miss Mommy's Halloween cupcakes. Halloween? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Is that a holiday? You don't have Halloween in France? Be a goblin if you dare. Paint your face all green. Be a ghost and give a scare. Boo, it's Halloween. Carve a pumpkin in the night. What a spooky scene. Jack-o'-lantern shining bright. Boo, it's Halloween. Ooh, that's getting cool. Halloween is cool. Ooh, that's getting cool. Halloween is cool. Ring a bell, say trick or treat. Dressed as witch or queen. Bags of candy, oh so sweet. Boo, it's Halloween. Boo, that's getting cool. Halloween is cool. 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 Halloween does sound like fun. Especially the treat-or-tricking. Oh, yes, you would love it.
There you are, Sugar. We're late for our costume appointment. Hurry!
They went to a shop that had costumes galore, where Sugar was fitted in a crisp pinafore. Amidst harlequins, witches, and a large dinosaur.
Monsieur, your head!
Merci.
Mais oui. I know just how to make Sugar's homesickness go away. Psst.
That night, in the old house, a brand new routine as the 12 girls prepared a true French Halloween.
Here is Pepito. And here is his chapeau. Huh? Hold still, Pepito. Perfect. Formidable. Sugar! Here comes Sugar! Bon Halloween? I think you mean Happy Halloween. No, in France, it is Bon Halloween.
With much excitement, they took to the street in hopes of collecting some sweet things to eat. But the French were confused when they heard,
Trick or treat! Trick or treat! Trick! Why, you little monster! Oh no! C'est une calamité! I know you all meant well, but this is the worst Halloween ever!
Sugar was crying. There were many tears, and the loud sound of thunder did not help her fears.
I want to go home tonight.
There, ma chérie. Let us have a hot cup of cocoa.
But the steamy hot cocoa did not do the trick for the young Sugar Dimples, so very homesick. So Miss Clavel needed to do something quick.
Allô? Madame Dimples? Oui, this is Miss Clavel in Paris. Sugar!
Mommy? Oh, Mommy, it is you. I miss you so. And Halloween is coming. But it is so nice to talk to you.
The chat with her mother made Sugar quite cheerful. Then Miss Clavel had a plan to make her less tearful.
Ah oui. Oh, yes. Oh, and then...
While the girls tried to listen and pick up an earful.
There you are, mes petites. Bien, Monsieur Fleming has just arrived.
I have the address of the castle we're using for our new film. It's in the Loire Valley. Would you like to come along?
Mais oui! Pepito, too?
Pepito? Oh, certainement. Certainly.
Yeah!
They packed up and left without too much hassle and set out in search of a beautiful castle.
That's not the one. Too short. No, too tall. No, too ugly.
Perhaps this is the one.
No, too dirty. Here it is, kids.
Too
Everyone out. I have an important errand to do in town. I'll meet you back here soon. Go ahead. Wait for me in there.
In there?
I am sure it is warm and cozy inside. Vite, vite, mes chéris. Hurry. Oh dear. Bonjour. Hello? Is someone there? Oh dear. Sugar, come in from the cold, ma petite.
They entered the castle in spite of their quivers. It was not just the cold that caused spine-tingling shivers.
Calm yourselves, mes petites. Once we have a fire, it will not be so spooky. You little girls come with me, s'il vous plaît. We need to gather more firewood before it gets too dark.
We will wait here and look for blankets.
The girls went out in one straight line, and Sugar Dimples began to whine.
I'm cold. We must do something for Sugar. Psst. Is this castle not the perfect place to celebrate Halloween?
Do you forget last night? There is no pleasing Sugar. But this could be fun. We will not scare her too much.
It's freezing. I can't stay here. I'm catching a cold. Huh.
Where do we start?
We are doing this to make Sugar feel better, no?
Oh, oui, not to scare her.
Genevieve, you know what to do. I promise you, Sugar will be nicer when she's less homesick. Hey, come back here. Magnifique, Genevieve. Now it is our turn.
No sooner than Sugar was clear out of sight, the castle was changed to a big house of fright.
Perfect.
With Sugar and Genevieve in constant flight.
Doggy, please. What are you doing? Are you out of your mind? Bueno.
Jack-o'-lanterns!
Nice doggy, nice doggy. Give me back my purse. Huh? Hello? Where is everybody? Huh? one makes jack-o'-lanterns out of a squash. And the young name should not be Sugar, it should be Brat. What was that? Wee! What was that? She has a broom! It is a witch! And a monster! Coron! Run for it!
Yes, it was true. The old castle was haunted. But somehow it wasn't just quite what they wanted.
Which way? Anyway! Mira! Look! Quickly! We must hide! What if the witch casts a spell on us? Oh no! Will she turn us into something terrible? What will we do? We must sing. Sing? Singing always helps when you are scared. Boo! Askety-goo, Halloween is cool. Boo! Askety-goo, Halloween is cool. Oh, I am so happy you are all here. If I were alone... Oui, moi aussi. Me too. I am sorry I called you a brat, Sugar. No, I was a brat. I just didn't want to admit you all scared me. It must be hard being so far from home. Why, I am already missing Miss Clavel. Yes.
Where could Miss Clavel be?
She would know what to do.
Shh! Listen!
There you are!
Que paso! The witches are duplicating!
Witches?
Miss Clavel?
Sugar! Is that you?
Mommy?
Yes, I came to surprise you.
Oh, Mommy, am I glad to see you. But how did you get here?
Miss Clavel planned it all. And Mr. Fleming picked me up in town.
But you had a broom, just like a witch.
Broom? You mean this?
An umbrella. And we are so glad to see you, Miss Clavel. But your hair, it needs some attending.
Oh, it was the wind. A very bad storm is brewing. No wonder you took us for witches. Come, let us enjoy a beautiful warm fire.
Their fears were all calmed, and they headed downstairs, where young ghosts and goblins delivered more scares. It was Halloween with a very French flair.
Bobbing for bonbons. My favorite. Bon Halloween! Bon Halloween!
When the sun shined its rays on the Valley of Loire, Sugar said as they piled in their long touring car,
This Halloween is the best one so far. Goodbye, everyone. Au revoir.
12 weary girls broke delicious French bread.
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other. And Sugar Dimples.
Then they brushed their teeth and went to bed. But it didn't look like sleep ahead.
Allô?
Hello? Sugar! Oh, Madeline, I am so homesick for friends. Can you please airmail me some of those eclairs and frog legs as soon as possible? Oui, certainement. But you must do something for us. Send us some Halloween cupcakes and trick-or-treat candy. Oui!
Good night, they all said to their friend across the shore. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30. In 2 straight lines, in rain or shine. The smallest one
Be careful! Attention!
was Madeline.
Huh? And then a big gust of wind knocked me off the tightrope, and I fell down through the sky.
Oh, you have quite an imagination, Madeline. You should be a writer.
A writer? Oh. Vraiment, Miss Clavel? How do you become a writer?
The best way is to start by reading books.
Miss Clavel gave the girls some advice to heed.
If you want to learn anything, the best way is to read.
She told every girl to read more books and more, and they could. In the old house, they had volumes galore. In another old house that stood next door lived Pepito, the son of the Spanish ambassador. He built a mud castle, while at the same hour, the girls made their castle of books with a tower.
Miss Clavel is right. Books can be very useful. Most beautiful castle in the whole world. I recognize this frog. It belongs to Pepito. Perfecto! Pepito, your frog ruined our castle.
Lo siento, I am sorry, but at least he did not ruin my magnificent castle!
Our magnificent clothes! What is that?
Something is not right. Oh, dear!
Their big froggy mud fight did not go so well. And oh, how it angered their dear Miss Clavel.
Arrêtez! Stop, mes petites! Look what you have done!
Precious books became quite battered where the frog had jumped and the mud had splattered.
Ah, mes enfants, did you know that writers work very hard to write books such as these?
We are very sorry, Miss Clavel.
they cleaned up the mess and walked out of the door to see some of Paris they had not seen before.
Ours is a city where writers love to live because everywhere they look, they find an idea for a story.
Bonjour, Ludwig.
Bonjour, Miss Clavel. Bonjour, little girls. I am writing a book for children.
Ooh. What is it about, Ludwig?
I will tell you when it is finished.
On the city's left bank, the children took looks at the places where writers had written great books.
Here is The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas. And here is The Stranger by Albert Camus.
Who am I? What am I? Why am I here?
Ah, here is The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo, one of my favorites.
All of these books were written in Paris?
All of them and more. See that table, see that street, a great book started there. See that old and faded seat, it was a writer's chair. Every garden, every park gave birth to a thought. To each cafe after dark, a new idea was brought. Right, right, right on the left bank. Left, left, left on the right. If you love words, you must have heard. Paris is a writer's delight. Paris is a writer's delight. If you sit down on this bench for a little dose, suddenly, in perfect French, there's poetry or prose. Right, right, right on the left bank. Left, left, left on the right. If you love words, you must have heard. Paris is a writer's delight. Paris is a writer's delight.
Wouldn't you know, the very next day, they all decided to put on a play.
Great books made great plays, and I think we should do The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Miss Clavel loves that story. Bonne idée, Madeline.
And we can charge money for the play. Then we can buy new books.
Formidable! A brilliant idea!
And I'm going to play the hero, just like my favorite star, Gerard Dippity-Doo, always does.
D'accord, Pepito. You will be Quasimodo. He is very brave and very strong. And most important for an actor, he gets the best lines.
I must start rehearsing right now.
And who is the heroine, Madeline? Esmeralda. She is the only person who is nice to Quasimodo, even though he is very ugly and lives in the towers of the Cathedral of Notre Dame, where he jumps around on ropes and rings big bells.
Did you say very ugly?
But also very strong and brave.
Ah.
And though everybody teases Quasimodo, Esmeralda sees that he is truly a wonderful person. It is so sad!
How do they meet?
Is there a happy ending? Tell us more! A long time ago in Paris, everyone thought Quasimodo was a monster, even though he was really very kind.
And so, in their play, they began to immerse. Then pretty soon, it was time to rehearse.
Bonsoir, and welcome to the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The part of Esmeralda will be played by Danielle. The part of the captain of the girls will be played by Madeline. That is me. And the Hunchback Quasimodo will be played by Pepito. Pepito? Pepito? Excusez-moi. Where is he?
Je ne sais pas.
I do not know. I have not seen him.
Pepito was missing. They searched high and low, for without Quasimodo, they could not do the show.
Wait a minute. I bet I know where he is. Viens, Pepito, come on. Everybody is waiting for you.
No, Madeline. I do not want to be in the play.
But why not?
Because I do not want to play the ugly hunchback. People will look at me and make faces.
But it is only a part in a play, and the best part.
Then you play the hunchback. I want to be the captain of the guards.
D'accord, that is fine with me.
The next day, Miss Clavel said,
Do not hurry. Be calm.
for more inspiration, they would see Notre Dame.
Hooray!
Regardez, everyone. This is the Cathedral of Notre Dame.
Ooh! Ah!
Almost 800 years old.
And still under construction.
To walk through Notre Dame is to walk through the history of France. In the Middle Ages, merchants sold their goods here. Everything from elephant tusks to ostrich eggs.
It is too bad they are not still here. I could use some new ostrich eggs.
Much later, this is where Napoleon crowned himself emperor. And this sanctuary has always been a refuge, a place that is safe from the outside world.
They looked at the doors and the windows in glory. Each was a masterpiece. Each told a story. But Pepito was not so appreciatory.
So what does this have to do with the ugly hunchback?
This is the place that inspired Victor Hugo to create the Hunchback. Above are the towers where the bell ringers worked.
Oui, very beautiful. Très belle.
Por favor, Miss Clavel, may we go to the roof?
Très bien, very well.
Let us see where Quasimodo lived.
It is this way. 380 steps up.
They climbed all the stairs. Then at the very top flight, they saw a most scary, unsettling sight.
Gargoyles!
And goblins!
These are gargoyles and goblins!
Do not worry, little girls. They are there to ward off the evil spirits.
I hope they do not ward off Madeline and Pepito. They are still up there.
Madeline and Pepito knew very well how to frighten Miss Clavel.
Forbidden! Stop! Oh, good heavens! Wait here, little girls. Pepito! Madeline! You are not supposed to be up here. Come, let us go back down.
Sanctuary! Sanctuary!
The hunchback has captured Miss Clavel!
We must do something!
A terrible thing. Dear Miss Clavel swung backwards and forth near the old tower bell.
Cut! Bravo! That was very convincing.
Alors, big guy, you were supposed to pick me up.
And who are you?
The actress, you silly nincompoop.
Oops. And who are you, mademoiselle?
Moi? I am Miss Clavel.
1,000 pardons, Miss Clavel. We are making a movie here. The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
A movie? How exciting!
I am the Hunchback, of course.
Un momento. Your voice is familiar.
That is because I am Gerard Dippity-Doo, at your service.
Gerard Dippity-Doo!
You are my hero. You always get the bad guys.
I try.
Can we get back to work, s'il vous plaît?
One moment, Fifi. Chère Miss Clavel, forgive my terrible blunder. How can I make this up to you?
We know, monsieur! Oui! You can come to our play!
It was the night of their play, and in the front row was Gerard Dippity-Doo, enjoying the show.
You saved my life, and now you bring me... Psst, what is the line? Food. What? Food! I bring you food!
Well, I can see that, Madeline.
It will get better.
I am sure of it.
But hark! Who is there?
'Tis I, Captain of the Guard. Ay, caramba!
After Act One, the great actor reflected it was not quite the play that he had expected. The performance was not what you might call perfected.
They are applauding. Do you think they liked us?
Of course! I was magnifico! Look at me in this costume. So gallant, so dashing.
Everyone, Monsieur Dippity-Doo is here to congratulate you.
Ah, yes. Madeline and Danielle, you two are really something special.
You mean it?
Oui. In fact, the whole performance brought tears to my eyes.
Hey, what about me? Was I not wonderful? Was I not manly?
Well, I liked your mustache.
Madeline, is that you? Do you think I was terrible too?
It is I, Pepito, Gerard. Can we talk?
Of course, con mucho gusto.
What is troubling you, my friend? Is it my imperfect leg?
No, not at all. I barely noticed it.
You see, like Quasimodo, I too had something to overcome.
I am sorry.
Do not be. My leg has made me stronger. And it has taught me something important.
What is that?
It is not what you look like that matters. It is how you treat others. That is why I love the part of Quasimodo. He had a great heart.
I see.
And I believe you would make a great Quasimodo.
The actor confided a truth that was smart. Looks are nothing compared with the size of your heart. And now Pepito was ready to play a great part.
You saved my life, and now you bring me food. Wait! Wait! Do not go!
I do not hear too well. The bells have made me deaf. But you can speak to me with your lips and your eyes. I am your servant and your friend. Ring this bell if you need help, and I will come to protect you.
You're great. See, I know.
Little girls, you were wonderful last night.
I love acting. I think I will become an actress.
And I will write great plays for you to act in.
Congratulations, Pepito. I am very proud of you.
Gracias, Senor Dippity-Doo.
And this is for you girls, in appreciation for a magnifique performance.
Monsieur, you are too kind.
Merci, merci, merci.
C'est merveilleux.
Fantastique. Oh, look at this one. I can't wait to read this.
That night, the girls all broke their bread.
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
Then brushed their teeth and went to bed. Then Miss Clavel said,
Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well.
Good night, dear Miss Clavel.
Tomorrow night, I will read you the book that Ludwig has written. It is about 12 little girls in Paris.
Then she turned off the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines, lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain or shine. The smallest one was Madeline. It was the day of the grand science exhibition. The girls hoped their project would win recognition.
Bonjour, mes petites. Are you almost done?
Oui, Miss Clavel, almost. This is just what we need to finish our science project. Voila! A helium model of the first hot air balloon. Magnifique! Now we must tie it down. Perfect! Maybe we will win first prize. Oui! First prize!
Do not be so sure, mateys. Wait until the judges see the telescope I made.
It was Pepito, the boy next door, the son of the Spanish ambassador.
This is a fine telescope, Pepito.
Lord Cuckoo Face, ahoy!
The head trustee came rushing in to see the project he hoped would win.
Huh? Well, where is it? Magnificent! I have promised the trustees a first prize, and today is the day.
Excitement tingled in the air. It seemed that everyone was there.
So many projects.
So many people.
Professor Windbag is giving a speech today.
Professor who?
Windbag. Wolfgang von Aha! there he is. Dr. Windbag is the world's greatest expert on hot air balloons.
And who is responsible for this interesting balloon?
We are, monsieur.
Indeed. And what do you know about this?
It is a model of the very first hot air balloon, which was invented in France in 1783
By the brothers Joseph and Jacques Montgolfier.
It is said that Joseph got the idea from his wife's petticoat when he watched her drying it in front of the fire. Joseph and his brother Jacques made the first hot air balloon and demonstrated it for Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Hot air is lighter than other air, so the balloon goes up. That's how the Montgolfier's balloon went up.
Wunderkinder, sehr gut.
Did you hear that? It means good, very good.
Someday you will come to see a real hot air balloon. I have one that is always filled and ready to take off.
Gracias!
Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
I knew it! The first prize will be ours.
But there are so many wonderful projects here.
Like that Eiffel Tower tea kettle.
May we walk around the exhibition to see the other projects, s'il vous plaît, Miss Clavel?
Certainement, Madeline. I will stay here at our exhibit.
Very well, children, but be back on time so we do not miss the judging.
The children walked through rows and rows of contraptions, gadgets, and even gizmos.
Come, there is much more to see.
Marching up and down the aisles, they seemed to go for miles and miles.
Mes petites, you look tired.
We are.
Listen.
Where is that coming from?
Is it over there?
Shh! Everyone stood quiet, as if in a trance, listening to the national anthem of France. While everybody heard the tune, something happened to the girl's balloon.
Caramba! Madeline, the balloon!
Oh, the balloon! Oh, no! Genevieve, stop!
The little girls began to grieve for fear of losing Genevieve.
Quel heureux!
I know who can save Genevieve. Professor Windbag. Oh!
See, I will help you find him.
The professor would be hard to reach, for he had gone home to study his speech.
Quelle bonne chance! What good luck! The professor lives nearby.
They found the old professor's street. Wasting no time, they arrived tout de suite.
This way, Pepito.
They couldn't afford to lose 1 minute. They saw the balloon and jumped right in it.
Was ist das?
Professor, s'il vous plaît, you must help us save Genevieve.
Wo ist ein Genevieve? Ein Hund. This is your doggy.
Professor, please hurry.
The one and only Van Windbag is on the case.
Do we need all these books?
Ja, I always need my books. Besides, Fräulein, books make good ballast.
Ballast. That's what makes the balloon heavier so it won't go up too high or too fast.
Such a wunderkind.
I think the professor has his own ballast.
What do we do now, Professor?
To get started, first turn up the burner.
Next, release 3 sandbags.
Das ist gut, Fräulein. Just like it says in my books.
I am worried about Genevieve. Whoa, see? Me too. So am I.
Do not fear, little girls. I am sure Madeline and the professor will find her.
Besides, we have something to worry about right here. The judges! Oh, no! What should we do? Quel dommage! If they come to our exhibit now, they will see nothing. And we will not win the prize. If Madeline were here, she would know what to do. I have an idea.
Way up in the air, the balloon took a dip. What a rough and bumpy trip. It bobbed, it weaved, then a big careen, and Professor Windbag was turning green. It was not a pretty scene.
Simone, do you think it will work? It has to. We must keep the judges busy until Madeline gets back with the balloon. Ladies, gentlemen, and puppies, I present the famous Mademoiselle Danielle de la Dent. Merci, mes amis. Today you will see my amazing new invention. First, we need a volunteer from the audience. There, in the front row. Not you, madame. Your poodle. My invention is brosse à dents de chien, a doggy toothbrush. It comes in 3 delicious flavors: lamb, liver, and steak tartare.
The dogs thought there was nothing nicer than to have a squeaky clean incisor. The plan had worked. They had more time. But where, oh, where was Madeline?
Oh, where is Genevieve? Without you, the sun may shine so brightly, but its rays cannot warm up my heart. Without you, the stars may come out nightly, like us, far away, so apart. Without you, I may do the things I do, but their meaning is lost without you. Without you, I may do the things I do, but what do they mean without you? All alone, I see my life behind me, and it's gone in a poof. Here's your bone, I need it to remind me that once again I will hear your sweet woof. I need you to warm up my heart. Hey, it's no fun being apart. Without you, I may do the things I do, do they mean without you?
Dessert.
According to my compass, the wind is taking us southeast. Doggy ahoy! Look out below!
Genevieve! Let us get her, Professor.
Ach, this is not good.
The rope!
Poquito más! A little more! That is it! She's got it!
Hooray!
Pull the tow rope slowly upwards.
Genevieve!
Oops!
We have lost her.
Do not fear, Fraulein. We will find your Genevieve.
You see her, Pepito?
See, Madeline, but she is far away. Soon she will be out of sight.
Any sign of her, Pepito?
No, Madeline, not yet.
They sailed for miles out of the city, where the countryside was pretty.
Mire, Professor! Such a view takes your breath away, does it not, Senor?
Ja.
Madeline, look! Is it not lindissimo? So beautiful.
Nothing is beautiful without Genevieve. Oh, Danielle, I am so worried. They should be back by now.
And we are almost out of liver.
Fraulein, I am so sorry about your friend.
It is not your fault, Professor.
But it is. It is all my fault. I am nothing but a silly old man full of hot air.
But you are not a silly old man. You are the world's most famous hot air balloon expert.
I am only an expert in my books. I have never even been up in a real balloon before today because I am afraid of heights.
Professor, everyone is afraid sometime. It is all right.
As a cold wind started kicking up, Pepito finally spied their pup.
Genevieve!
Alas, Madeline's smile turned to a frown, for Genevieve was going down.
Ay, ay, ay! She is going to hit that sharp rock!
Genevieve!
It is now or never. Auf Wiedersehen. Farewell, my friends.
Although his fear was very great, the professor knew they could not wait. He jumped, and he was not too late.
Uh-oh! The cold air is cooling the hot air, and we are almost out of fuel.
Fraulein, Herr Pepito, are you well?
See!
Oui! We are fine! Professor, you saved Genevieve. Merci. Thank you.
Ja, und you saved me from my fear of heights. But I am afraid your science project is kaput.
It does not matter as long as we have Genevieve.
Ja,
Professor, if we hurry, we could get back to the exhibition in time for your speech.
But how? We are out of fuel.
Hey!
See! Hey! We are out of fuel.
No, silly. Hay! We can use the hay for our fuel, just like the Montgolfiers did.
such a Wunderkind. All I need are my matches. Uh-oh, they are wet.
Now we are sunk too.
Ach, ja.
As the sun moved out from behind a cloud,
I have got it!
Madeline shouted out loud.
Your eyeglass will start the fire.
So that is correct. You have got such a smart noodle.
Hot air rose up into the vent, and before you knew it, up they went.
They should have been here by now.
Oui, I am troubled too, mes petites.
Speaking of trouble, here it comes.
Ladies and gentlemen of science, you have seen the rest, but now you will see the best. My word! Where is the balloon?
Well, Madame et Monsieur, it is,
Ballon! Ballon!
It is Madeline and Genevieve! Hooray!
The balloon came slowly, gently down, and landed safe and very sound.
Such precise timing! The professor is right on time for his speech.
Fantastique! Perfect navigation. Professor Windbag, you are a genius.
Dankeschön. Thank you. But I'm afraid I cannot accept the credit.
The professor went on to say he was just a spectator. In fact, Madeline was the pilot and Pepito navigator. He told how the balloon went higher because Madeline knew how to start a fire.
Merci beaucoup.
And so, to the joy of Lord Cuckoo Face, his school and girls had won first place. And Pepito could not believe his eyes when he was awarded second prize. Later that night, they broke their bread
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
and brushed their teeth and went to bed.
Bonne nuit, little girls. I hope you sleep well.
Bon nuit, dear Miss Clavel.
Miss Clavel took a last look and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. The smallest one was Madeline. And no one knew quite so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. On a bright sunny morning, as they walked out the door, they ran into a neighbor they couldn't ignore.
What is this? Bonjour.
It was Pepito, son of the Spanish ambassador.
Miss Clavel, what is a Western Roundup?
It is a show from America with horses and bulls and lassos and cowboys.
And cowgirls, too?
Oui, Madeline. Cowgirls, too.
And everyone
one wears big hats and does big tricks.
Oui, and to get their horses to go faster, they say, "Yee-haw!"
The children headed to the park to ride some ponies for a lark.
This one is the smallest. Would you like to ride him, Madeline?
Yes, I would, for I am also the smallest.
It says his name is Gallop, and he is from America.
America! Ooh! Nice, Gallop. Want a carrot?
They walked and walked around the pen, and then they walked around again. Although these ponies were delighting, they really weren't too exciting.
Yee-haw! Ooh! Ah!
Oh, Madeline, you have given me quite a scare.
Do not worry, Miss Clavel. Gallop is just having some fun. Right, Gallop? Wow!
With that, he took off like a shot.
Oh, dear.
They rode through Arrondissement 6, doing some very fancy tricks. On the famed Champs-Élysées, a famous arch got in the way.
I'm gonna get that there pony from my Wild West shore. My name ain't Buffalo Ben.
I'm gonna rustle up that there pony, or my name ain't Lasso Louie. Uh-oh. Well, dag my nabbit. My mistake. Pardon me, ma'am.
Well, dag my nabbit. Lasso Louie, the horrible horse thief, is in Paris.
As Madeline caused a true sensation, the girls had reached the police station.
Madeline is missing!
And she is on a very dangerous horse from America.
They charted out a complex course to find a lost girl and her horse.
Howdy, ma'am. I'm Buffalo Ben.
Bonjour. I am Madeline, and this is Gallop.
That's a pretty fancy sidestep you got there. You all want to be in my Western show?
Mais oui!
Oui.
Come, Gallop. Let us find the others and invite them to the show. Wow!
You know where Madeline and Gallop went? Straight inside a giant tent.
I guess the Wild West reminds you of home.
May I see your tickets?
We are in the show.
In the show? But you're too little, too small, too short.
We may be shocked, but we have big plans.
Through the old streets of Paris with Inspector Moreau, the girls and Pepito searched high and then low. Till they noticed a clue at the old Western show.
Look, Gallop's hoof prints.
She wore the best of cowgirl suits with hat and spurs and fancy boots.
And safety gear.
Oh, Madeline, thank goodness you are all right.
And thank goodness you came. The show is about to begin, and we are in it.
How they hustled, how they bustled. Then Pepito was, good heavens, rustled.
Ay, ay, ay. Ole!
And now, mesdames and messieurs, I am proud to present Madeline and Gallop.
Bonjour, a wranglin' danglin' showdown. It's Yahoo time for sure. A rappin' tappin' toe down.
boots and stamp your feet. Stamp a little louder. Now tip your hat and take your seat. We couldn't be much prouder. From the Rockies to the Alps, we'll get those guitars strumming. Let's hear those yippies and those yips. You cowpokes will be humming.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Rootin'-tootin' hoedown, a buckaroo bonjour. A wrangling-dangling showdown, it's Yahoo time for sure. A rapping, tapping, toe-down, the rodeo's on tour. A rootin'-tootin' hoedown, a buckaroo bonjour.
They jumped so high, the crowd was certain that it was Madeline's final curtain.
Madeline!
Poor Miss Clavel watched the jump from the stand, hoping that Madeline would soon safely land.
Voila!
Well, I'll be a coyote's cuticle.
What the? Huh?
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
Later that night, they broke carrots and bread. A man came to the door with a hat on his head. It was Buffalo Ben. And here's what he said.
Howdy, ma'am. I'm here to invite Madeline and Gallup to compete in the Tumbleweed Rodeo in America.
The Tumbleweed Rodeo in America.
You see, I've purchased your little horse from the Pony Man. You and Gallup will wow 'em in the West.
But I cannot leave my friends.
How about if they all come along for the ride?
Ooh!
Ooh, I think you young'uns mean yippee.
Yippee!
Huh?
May I come too, Senor Buffalo Ben?
If you give me back my hat.
Yippee! I hope we do not meet any nasty varmints in the Wild West.
The only one you have to worry about is Lasso Louie, the horrible horse thief.
Lasso Louie!
That's right, Lasso Louie, the baddest bad guy in the West.
Hoping to avoid the varmints, in 2 straight lines they packed their garments. Buffalo Ben indeed was frantic to get his show across the Atlantic. Then Pepito pulled a naughty antic.
Olé! Whoa!
Pepito! Arrêtez!
Do not worry, Miss Clavel. Ay, ay, ay!
The incident ended much better than hoped, with Pepito still living and the bull gently roped. Then soon a very French yippee could be heard across the sea.
But we still have a whole lot more traveling ahead.
Not to mention a whole lot more horse napping.
They discovered a brand new terrain from the windows of a chugging train. One evening, as the sun went down, they pulled into a dusty town.
Here we are, Sagebrush, USA. Home of rodeos, hoedowns, and the baddest bad guy in the West, Lasso Louie, the horrible horse thief.
Oh, dear.
Now, let's mosey on over to my ranch. The sheriff is gonna give us a ride.
This is a funny taxi.
It is a stagecoach, little girls.
Howdy, and welcome to Sagebrush.
Howdy, Monsieur Sheriff.
Where y'all from?
Paris.
Paris, Texas?
Paris, France.
Paris, France? Dag my nabbit.
Prairie, desert, cactus, tumbleweed, ball.
Pepito!
Do not worry, Miss Clavel. This bull is now my amigo. Good Torito. Good Torito. Whoa, whoa! Caramba!
That night, they sat under the stars, humming, strumming with guitars.
Now, these here are marshmallows. You just put them on a stick and toast them in the fire.
Yummy. Delicious. Formidable. These are even better than bonbons.
But when they finished their marshmallows, the sheriff's laughter turned to bellows.
Did Buffalo Ben say you're gonna be in the rodeo?
Oui, monsieur.
Why, you're no bigger than a bean in a bucket.
We may be little, but we have big plans.
The next day at the great state fair, food and games were everywhere.
Look, the smallest frog won first prize. And the smallest apple pie is the most delicious.
See! The most delicious!
That means Madeline can win even though she is the smallest.
Pies were eaten, games were played. Then it was time for the parade. Clowns chasing piggies for a laugh, while bareback riders roped a calf. Some rode on broncos and some wrestled steer. The crowd was yahooing, a great Wild West cheer, and Madeline's turn was coming near.
Come on, Gallop. It is almost time.
Madeline stopped. She looked all around, but Gallop the horse was nowhere to be found.
Gallop! Gallop! Gallop, where are you?
Lasso Louie always gets his horse.
Poor Madeline, ready and raring to ride, but her horse was no longer there at her side. They searched through stable and corral for their favorite neighing pal.
Gallop! Where are you? Gallop!
Come with me. I know sagebrush like the back of an eagle's elbow.
With the sheriff as her guide, they combed the plains and mountainside. But meanwhile, at the rodeo, it was almost Madeline's turn to go. The search was going much too slow.
I will have to do something.
Madeline knew they had to skedaddle as they looked for their most precious horsey and saddle.
Look! No, look down here. You see, being small is sometimes a big help. All those horses look like Gallop.
It was a mistake to sell you to the French when I stole you the first time. At last, I have you back in my collection. And dagnabbit, you will be mine forever. Yes! Interesting technique.
Gallop. Gallop, is this your family? Bonjour. Pleased to meet you. Quick, Gallop. We have a rodeo to win. Adios, Monsieur Sheriff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you all been waiting for. The barrel race. Presenting Madeline and Gallop.
Then who shot out just like an arrow? The ex-Bad Hat, a true vaquero. In the stands, not feeling well, was the worried Miss Clavel. All that she could do was hope Pepito wouldn't drop the rope.
Way to go, young man. And here's your trophy, even though you performed out of turn.
Gracias.
It seems our next finalists, Madeline and Gallop, are no-shows. We will have to go on to...
But before he could say another thing, guess who trotted in the ring?
Merci. Thank you, Pepito.
Although they were of tiny size, Gallop and Madeline won first prize.
Nice going, y'all. The smallest darn ones have won the biggest darn prizes.
We must celebrate. We will have the biggest campfire.
With the biggest marshmallows. And the biggest carrot for Gallop.
But first, the biggest merci for capturing the baddest bad guy in the West. Will you be my deputy, Madeline?
Mais oui, Monsieur Sheriff. Yippee!
It was a dreadfully sad day when they had to go away. The train blew its whistle long and loud, and Gallop stood back in the crowd.
Gallop, does this mean you will not go back to Paris with us? Je comprends, Gallop. I understand. Oh, Miss Clavel, I cannot go back to Paris if Gallop is staying here.
Everybody had to cry. Not a single eye was dry.
Ah, Madeline, Gallop's home is here, just as your home is in Paris with those who love you.
Her words helped Madeline realize that her loving home was a special prize.
Adieu, Gallop. I will think of you every day and every night.
And so the children rode the train, then took the ship, then home again. Just about a month later, under the pines, the ponies lined up in two very straight lines. Madeline was in the front, showing them a special stunt. She had just taught them to obey when she heard a familiar-sounding neigh.
Gallop, you are back!
Your little Gallop missed you so much. I thought I'd bring him back to Paris for a spell with all his kinfolk.
Back in old Paris, no discouraging word, they all saddled up across the sea from the herd. Why, even their dear Miss Clavel had been spurred. Then, when they broke their bread that day, their guests were outside breaking hay. They brushed their teeth, then went to bed, and finally good nights were said. And Madeline knew it didn't matter at all that she and her horse were so very small, for their hopes and their dreams and their spirits were tall. Miss Clavel turned out the light, then closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more.